What's up, y'all? My name is Andre Hopkins, also known as Entre Interview. Today I'm joined here by C9 coach Veer. How are you feeling?
Not too great, but not too bad. Trying to keep things in perspective with the loss. But yeah, not too bad overall.
All in all, just kind of start with, what do you think went wrong in today's series?
I think a handful of things went wrong. I'm not sure if they started today or after the EG loss, but there's some things that were off in terms of our individual team play. Some of our micro communication fell through at times, our ability to make plans in the chaos and to adapt to what the other team was doing. So I think some parts were on us, but I also want to give a shout out to Bestia. I think they played very well today. I think they had a good game plan and preparation for both the veto and the maps, pretty specifically. So I think they were the better team today, and we kind of did ourselves a disservice in not playing to the standard that we know we can.
Kind of talking on that breeze, it's been a very strong map for you and for Bestia. What do you kind of think went wrong on that map that had you guys lose today?
I hate to go to such simple causes of it, but we lost the first pistol, and then we responded very well with 4 or 5 rounds in a row after that. And then the round 12, 1v4, probably wasn't great to help our chances. We usually average no less than like 6 to 8 rounds on our defense historically this season. So we kind of fell beneath what we thought we were going to get there. And that's why I took the time out around round 10 to make sure that we could kind of hit the standard that we wanted to. And then round 14 kind of continued to snowball a little bit in terms of getting ecoed, putting our money in the bin, and that allowed them to play to one of the strengths that we knew they were with their operators, and we kind of got punished by that. So yeah, I think those were the main things that went wrong overall. But I think they were the better team today.
So just a lot of snowballing on the opening rounds of halves.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't remember the exact stat. I think we went 1 for 4 on pistols today. And in the series that we were winning against Crew, against 100 Thieves, and even into Fluxo, we were doing a much better job at converting our pistol rounds and then kind of getting our own snowball going, whether it be on attack or defense. We were starting to convert a lot of our pistols into bonus rounds, and that just makes the game a whole lot easier for us as a whole. And not being able to do that, I still think even if we didn't convert any pistols, we still should have been able to pull out the series. But it didn't really do much of us a favor starting out slow on each half.
What do you think your biggest lesson was for you through this whole year of you coaching? Since coming into C9 as assistant coach, moving to head coach, what are your biggest takeaways?
There's a lot. I think what I've learned is that everything that happens outside the game is as important as what happens in it. Taking over as a head coach is a completely different set of responsibilities, roles, time, and work that you put in. As an assistant, I was still doing like our 8 to 10 hour days, but after taking over, it's been 12 to 16 hours just grinding, and you got to put in the work no matter what. So I've just kind of learned that it's a day by day, game by game process that you have to enjoy as much as there's stress and pressure on you. You really should just enjoy it because we're in a privileged situation to be able to do what we do. So even with the ups and downs this year, I'm grateful for the experience and the opportunity to even be a part of C9 and then be able to help put my team in a good place as the head coach, as much as I was or wasn't able to do that. But yeah, those were mostly what I learned.
I have a fan question I just wanted to ask. Do you think your time as assistant coach helped you become the head coach? And what are the main differences between assistant coaching and head coaching?
Yeah, I do think my time as an assistant kind of allowed us to see that if there was a change that we did needed to make, that I could help fill that role successfully and either provide a new vision or help fix the things that were going wrong previously. I think that's something that being an assistant, I kind of got to learn from both Emmy and the players. And then the things that were going wrong, I could kind of help formulate over time as when I transitioned in, I could kind of have those solutions in my mind already. And then the difference between being an assistant and a head coach is pretty night and day, depending on the system you're in. A lot of different head coaches have different dynamics with their assistants. So on certain teams, a lot of them will either be like provided like half the map pool, or they might be responsible for like anti-stratting or set plays or whatever it might be. So it really just changes depending on the dynamic. But with the role swap that we did, it was just kind of like an inverse of the responsibilities that we had. So it was just a lot more time put in, a lot more control of both the day-to-day goals, scheduling, objectives, and then just having the larger influence overall. Probably the main difference. And then also being the head coach, you're much more responsible for being like the rock of your team, both emotionally and like physically for whatever might happen. You have to be there for them in and out of the game. So that's probably like the biggest difference, I would say.
I mean, if you were to tell yourself at the beginning of the year before you even joined C9 that you'd be here at this point right now, do you think you'd believe yourself back at the beginning of the year?
No, to be honest. I'll be fully transparent. After Shopify Rebellion Gold, I wasn't sure what was in store for me in Valorant anymore. There's just, Game Changers ends up a lot later in the season than VCT, so a lot of the roles and stuff were already taken. So going into the season, I fully expected to just remain in challengers the entire time. And when I ended up being chosen for the assistant coach via the open application, I couldn't have been more excited for it. And if you would have told me back then that I'd had the opportunity to be the head coach in VCT, I wouldn't have believed you because it's kind of always been my dream. Is to be at the highest level possible and just being a head coach and just being the person that can help put my team in a great place. So I'm not sure I would have believed you, but I would have been happy to hear it.
I mean, what's one thing that you kind of learned from the different players and working with Emmy on Cena that you've learned that you can take to your future career?
That's a great question. I think I've learned from Emmy just a lot of experience things because he's been through all of it at this point, ups and downs. He's have been here for 3 years. He's really helped me transition into the role in terms of like maturity, expectations, and how to handle everything along the way. So Emmy's been very good in that aspect about helping put me in a good place and just what to expect and how to kind of act and just kind of that aspect of things. And then from each of the players, I've learned so much from them as a person, as a coach, and every player is going to different to make them successful, and you kind of just got to adapt and learn on a player by player basis, and you really just got to get close with them. You got to be very like personable, and you got to enjoy spending time with them outside of the game, which I very much have. So just having those relationship dynamics be very strong is something that I've learned, especially from Jordan from Zelsis. He's been great in helping to integrate me and help teach me the best ways about team culture, chemistry, and all those type of things. So I've learned a lot from them, especially from Emmy and Jordan specifically.
I mean, looking forward to kind of towards next year with the more open circuit that they've announced. I mean, are you kind of looking forward to the more open qualifier style?
I am, to be honest, because coming from tier 2, tier 3 as a player, as a coach, you really do feel like you can take on those top teams, and I think that's been pretty exemplified by EMEA in their play-ins this year. Obviously, we lost to Bestia, who played very well today, and I think overall having that open system is going to be very beneficial to allow the brightest talents and teams to get to the top without having any structural kind of like barriers to prevent that from happening. So I think it'll be healthier for the SEMA overall, and I'm kind of excited for it.
I mean, that's kind of my next point about you being a former tier two like VCL coach. I mean, what is kind of the experience like coaching all that time and just trying to get your name noticed into tier one? I mean, what is that kind of like putting all those hours forward and feeling like you're just grinding to hopefully get a spot?
It's basically just working in silence, to be honest. Challengers only has so many eyes on it, but when the eyes do get on you, you got to be prepared and you got to put up results. And when the time or opportunity does come, if you put in the work, it's just going to happen for you, or have more of a chance to happen for you. So being in tier 2, and then obviously being in game changers as well, you just got to put in every ounce of time, effort, and dedication that you can, and then hopefully when something comes around, you're going to be prepared for it because you've already been putting in that work as a coach.
And then another fan question here who just wanted to ask, how does a kind of team manage the balance between individual play and team play slash set strats with somebody like Ox in the team who can kind of just take over maps, take over games?
It's something that we've been honing in since the coaching change. We've talked about it briefly before, but against Loud, we kind of pushed that individualism very far, and then we kind of watched that game back and realized we kind of got to tune it back a little bit. So we've talked about certain rounds, certain ways to go about managing it. It's really just at any point we can decide to turn it on, but the individualism is mitigated when we're communicating to one another with our larger plans. If someone has a plan to go for, whether it's an individual timing they want to take or a swing that they want to have, they're still allowing the rest of their teammates to know what to do around that, and then they're free to take their play, and we help support it with whatever communication or plan or play that the individual player wants to make. So Jordan really does a great job at keeping us on the same page, whether there's an individual play that's going to come out. He helps put the win conditions and larger round picture built around that. So it's really a team collective effort. And in that sense of like the individual agency, we knew that if we kind of freed up Francis or Oxy a little bit, that he would be able to open these rounds for us if we kind of extended his leash a little bit, but still didn't fully let him off of it to the point where he's not like communicating or helping set up other plays. He's still being very vocal. And when he does want to take a fight or a timing or slide on somebody, he's communicating it. And the rest of the team knows how to help and support that with the amount of dry runs and reps that we've been honing in.
I mean, I asked you in the last time I talked to you, but I mean, just as kind of like a last collective, I mean, what do you think the biggest growth points of the team have been since the last time I talked to you, or since you took over coaching to now?
I'd say, to be honest, kind of just the culture overall. Beforehand, whether it was just right after the G2 game, we were kind of trending towards being a dead team in a lot of ways. And we kind of just changed the culture in terms of being very energetic, positive, just having like kind of like a a goldfish brain in a lot of ways too. When something bad does happen, we kind of let it affect us for the future rounds. So I've been preaching a lot of resilience, mental fortitude, and just saying a lot of the time that if something bad has already happened, we have to brush it off and we can't let it affect us for the following rounds or games or whatever it might be. So I'd say probably the biggest thing is just like the cultural swap that we've been able to have, and I'm very happy and proud of the guys for how they've fully supported me in that aspect, and I've tried to return the favor by being that rock of positivity, energy, and confidence for them.
And then the first person who I get to ask a question twice. I mean, I have the playlist I asked you about last time for song
Yeah.
recommendations. Do you want to add a second one to the playlist?
Sure. Give me a second to think. Actually, just give me Country Roads.
Country Roads. Okay, I'll make sure to throw it in there. And then just to wrap up, do you have any words for the C9 fans?
I love you guys. Not only just from me, but from the team. You guys have been with us through thick and thin. We've let you down with the results. You guys have deserved more from what we've put out there in the server a lot of the time, and with the amount of support, appreciation, and positivity that you guys bring to us. I apologize for not being able to do more for you during my time as a head coach and assistant coach, but we appreciate the support. We love you guys, and thank you.
And once again, Veer, I mean, you guys grinded hard. It's been a long, long season, so unfortunate way for it to kind of conclude. But again, I'm sure you guys put everything out there you could. I mean, didn't leave anything, left everything out there in the server. So thank you, Veer, for your time. I mean, good luck in your in the future, and have a great rest of your night.
I appreciate it. Good seeing you, Andre. Good talk.